Hi guys, so I'm back to go through the next series of new books that I want to show you and kind of highlight before I set them out. So these books are nonfiction books, and the topic for this is animals. So if you don't know what to read, but your teacher says you have to read some nonfiction, books about animals are always a great way to go because most people find them interesting and most people are animal lovers. So if that kind of qualifies you for that category, then you should come look at these. So the first two series I'm going to show you are by the same author, and her name is Sandra Markle. And in the first series of books, she introduces the reader to endangered species. So the first one is called The Great Penguin Rescue, Saving the African Penguins. The next one is The Great Leopard Rescue, Saving the Amur Leopards. And the last one that I purchased is The Great Monkey Rescue, Saving the Golden Lion Tamarins. So in these books, the reader learns about these endangered animals and about what conservation efforts and what kind of safety procedures that we have in place to help these animal populations. We learn about why their populations might be endangered. Is it poaching? Is it loss of habitat? So these are really interesting books. They all have a lexile of about 1,000. The Great Monkey Rescue is the lowest with a lexile of 930. The Great Leopard Rescue is the highest with a lexile of 1,110. And then the Great Penguin Rescue comes in the middle at 1,070. So these are great too if you're kind of looking for a higher lexile book, which most nonfiction is always going to be a higher lexile than fiction. Also written by Sandra Markle is a series of books in which she teaches us about vanishing animals. So when animals are endangered, humans know what the problem is. They know what the issue is. And in the case of vanishing animals, sometimes that's still a mystery. And we don't know why these animal populations are declining or decreasing so rapidly. The first one that I have is the case of the vanishing honeybees. And I'm sure you guys are aware that the honeybee population is diminishing very rapidly, and it is a source of concern for everyone. Honeybees are so important. They help pollinate our food that we eat, and without them doing that, it would cause, a food shortage, and all these scary, scary things could happen if we can't figure out how to help our honeybees. So this is a very good book if you are interested in reading about that. Her other vanishing animals book is The Case of the Vanishing Little Brown Bats. So the brown bat population has been declining. If any of you ever go camping or if you go and visit the state parks, you've maybe noticed the signs and the posters about white nose syndrome. And that's a fungal infection that the brown bats are getting, and they're trying very, very hard to get that under control because it's caused a lot of loss among the bat population, the brown bat population. They even have, like, if you go through and do a cave tour, they'll have these mats with foam that they want you to walk on to keep your shoes clean. That way we're keeping that white nose syndrome from spreading. So very interesting, very intriguing. That's The Case of the Vanishing Little Brown Bats. So those are the two vanishing animal books that I got by her. And then the last book that I'm going to show you again is by Sandra Markle. So she's written all of these books that I'm showing you today. And this one I bought just because I thought it was really interesting and I thought you guys might like it, especially some of you that kind of like the gross, weird books. And this is a book all about mites. So it says Arachnid World Mites, Master Sneaks by Sandra Markle. And I also have a book on ticks, which has gotten checked out quite a bit because ticks are so interesting with all the different diseases that they transmit. So this one is all about mites. There's probably some yucky pictures in here, but nevertheless, very interesting. So this one is a 900 level Lexile, and I forgot to mention the Lexiles of the vanishing bees and bats. Let's see here. Vanishing honeybees is 980, and Vanishing Little Brown Bats is 1030. So all of these books are around the 1000 level mark, I would say. So if you are interested in reading about any of these animals or mites, come to the library and check these out. Bye, guys.